guys? LocsNLoad firearm reviews here today. Alright, so you can see what we got on the table. I got my plate carrier, my short bus plate carrier. So this is my foreign and domestic setup. Alright, so if you follow the channel, I call foreign and domestic anything, again, like the Second Amendment says, foreign or domestic. So whether it be the Russians coming across, or it be a race war, civil war, they're taking our guns, right? Any of that shit, this is my setup. So I'm gonna go over my plate carrier setup, all the things I got on it, why I got on it, yada yada, all that good stuff. So make sure you hit that like button and tell a friend. So let's get right into it. All right, so here is my plate carrier. All right, so the plate carrier itself is a Faro Concepts FCPC V5. All right, so this is their latest model plate carrier that they have on the market right now. One of their most up-to-date refined versions. I had the old one, the Slickster, which is a very nice design, and I still might actually get another one. So let's get into it. Where do we want to start? Where do we want to start? Up front, I just have a kind of a slick MOLLE panel front that holds 3 magazines with an insert, kangaroo pouch insert, basically what it is. We got some little MOLLE loops up front if I want to mount something, like say, I guess I took it off. Like if you have like a Blue Force Gear magazine pouch or a pistol pouch, one of those pouches that lay flat when they're not being used, this is a good place to mount it, which I used to do in the past. I would have another magazine pouch right here. So just in case, whatever we're doing, I just need an extra magazine, I can put it right up here. So I like having these MOLLE panel, MOLLE loops here, because you never know, because the mission always changes. You might have to take a couple chem lights, stick them in here, or you might have to have like a scissors, or you might need extra pouches, right? You never know. So it's good to have this MOLLE real estate, just in case I need to add stuff, and I can remove it as well. And so, a lot of people have like the dope pouch or like some kind of big pouch up here. I prefer to keep it slick as possible, because going prone is still a thing. And if you really need to carry extra items and shit, there's pouches you can carry on other places on the plate carrier besides the front, or you can have a backpack or have it on your belt kit. Those are just options. But I preferred to go slick on the front, so when I go prone, I'm not raised up and I don't have like a bunch of shit in there getting smashed. And so like I was saying, pouches. If you want to carry extra admin stuff or general purpose stuff, you can put pouches on a plate carrier and other places that's not directly right here in the front, that's going to add bulk. So when you go prone, you're going to be raised up off the ground. And one of those pouches is this. This is the this is the Faro Concepts little admin pouch. And so it mounts to the top right above your magazines, right? So again, keeping yourself slick as possible up front. And so as you see, I got my patches up here, I got my blood type B positive. And so inside my little admin pouch, I have a compass, and it's tied off, so I'm not gonna lose it. As you can see, it's tied off to the plate carrier, so if I actually drop it for whatever reason, it's retained onto the plate carrier, and so I don't lose my compass. And then just a couple pins. You never know, you might have to mark something, or you might have to write something down in the notebook. And you can also put a notebook in here, like a little Write in the Rain notebook, if you want to. And so that's what I keep right up here in my little admin pouch. And then, you got Velcro on the front for your patches, and it mounts in the little MOLLE loops on the front of the plate carrier. Right. So while we're on pouches, here is another option. If you want to carry more gear on your plate carrier, but not be on the front and bulked up. So this is the Spirit of Systems JSTA pouch. As far as the acronyms, I'm not sure what they mean, but it's a general purpose magazine pouch. And so right here is inserts. This insert is a pistol mag insert, and this is a rifle mag insert. So I can actually have a pistol mag and a rifle mag right here on the side of my plate carrier, right? I did a video to make sure my gear cleared everything, which is important. What up, guys? LocsNLoad Firearm Reviews here today. Today's video, I'm testing out the Spirited Systems JSTA pouch on my plate carrier, but I want to make sure that the pouch does not interfere with any of my reloads coming off my belt, whether it be my pistol or my rifle. And so what I'm doing is testing out my equipment before I field it. Doing this can save you a lot of time before going out to the range and realizing your equipment does not work together, or things are getting in the way, or things need to go. So spend the time at home before you head to the range. Make sure your equipment works together. Find out what works right, and if it doesn't work right, get rid of it. Hopefully this little tip can help you become more of a proficient warrior in the future. If you're going to add pouches or anything to your gear, you got to put on all your gear and then make sure everything works together in conjunction. Nothing's bumping into something that's not impeding you from grabbing your magazines and reloading your weapon, stuff like that, or drawing your pistol. So you got the two inserts up here you can get from the Spirited Systems website, whether you want to have 2 pistol, 1 rifle, because I think you're only going to get 1 rifle mag in here. So you got 2 pistol, or 1 pistol, 1 rifle, or 1 rifle, right? Anything of the sort like that, you can make it up. And then you have this front flap, opens up, and so you have better angle. So as you can see, it opens up, and you got a divider. You got a pocket back here. So you got a pocket in the back, and you got a Velcro front, and then pocket in the front. And so that, I like this pouch because, again, I can carry magazines, so I can carry extra ammo, and then if I find, or if I need notebooks, or if I need chem lights, snacks, something like that, I don't want to carry my hands, I can put it right here on the plate carrier. I can still reach the magazines on my belt, right? So things like that. Another pouch. This is the Faro Concepts mini dangler. So they have like the regular dangler, which is a little bigger and wider. This is a mini dangler, smaller, more compact, but still holds an assortment of items. So like I was saying about pouches in the front, again, you see how they stack the pouches? They got, up front with your magazines, and you got a pouch below that and a pouch on top of that. So everything is really honestly slick on the front. But yet I'm still able to carry an assortment of items, and this mini dangler just adds to that. Now what I'll put in here, is getting things I don't want to necessarily carry in my hand. So I'll have like multi-tool, or a flashlight, or getting snacks, or if we pick up something, or if let's see, if I'm using a magazine, that magazine breaks, and I don't want to have it on my kit anywhere to get used, I can put it in here, right? I'm not going to reload from this dangler, and yet my hands are still free. So just things like that that just add to the enhanceability. That's a word. It's a Wakanda word now. Enhanceability. I might have a whole bunch of Wakanda words. All right, so it adds to the enhanceability of the plate carrier. All right, so that's the pouches. So you've seen the ammunition and the pouches. All right, so normally on here, I just keep these 3, so I have a place for another one, so I can have 4 AR-15 magazines, and I have at least 2 on my belt, so that's 6. One of the guns, that's my combat loadout of 7 magazines. You can carry more, but you want to have at least 7 magazines, 7 30-round magazines. Right? So all that shooting, carrying doesn't really do too much, because again, you got to communicate in this world. Especially if you have a team of guys. It's hard doing things by yourself. It's easier having people with you. But it doesn't make it easier if you can't communicate with those people. So this is just a simple Amazon radio pouch. I don't even know the name. I think it's like some Chinese radio pouch, right? But it's actually worked well. I've had this 2 years now. I think I first got this pouch for NFAC, when we're doing the NFAC formations, we want to communicate with the security elements, you know, to make sure things was okay. And so I got this pouch and been using it ever since. It holds a Baofeng UV5R radio, again, Amazon special. So here's my radio. It's got the extended battery on here. I recommend getting an extended battery if you're using a Baofeng. You know, just more battery life, right? Less chances of it dying on you. So, you know, I've had this on pretty much straight for, you know, when we got lost in the woods for those 10 miles. It was like a 7 hour, it was at least 6 to 7 hour land nav, right? It's supposed to be training, but it kind of went from training to like, okay, there's no bullshit, we're actually kind of lost here. And so for the whole 7 hours, this thing was on and battery life was fine. I wasn't looking at it like, oh my God, my shit's about to die soon. I had plenty of battery. All right, and so got the, you know, the little input plug and whatnot. That came with it. Actually, no, it didn't come with it. My bad, I'm sorry. I actually bought it separately. So here it is, my microphone clicker. So you see it's routed down through this. As you see, the route cords routed through here and going around. Because I have it like this because I always have this. I always have this side, right? This side is always down. It never gets removed. And so I got the mini dangler going across, giving more protection to the cord. I got this going, giving more protection. And so when I don my plate carrier, right, I'll do it for you. All right. So I just lift that one side, take my cummerbund, wrap it, bam. And that's how I put it on. When I take it off, it's just a reversal. Just like that. So that's how I have my cords wired through. So it comes from this, again, Amazon microphone clicker. My headset will actually plug into the top, right? I'll route my helmet through the shoulder pads, through here, and into the clicker. And so when I want to talk, I'll just click, hey guys, I see 2 targets, left, right? And then, no, you want to talk, click. When you're done talking, let go. All right, and so my antenna, because you gotta tap into the atmosphere somehow, right? So this is a Caa Tail Antenna. So what makes this different versus like the whip antennas, like everyone sees, it's kind of popular now. Well, it has been popular for a while. I guess it still is popular. Which sticks up. You know, I'll put up a picture to show you what I'm talking about. The ones I used to rock around with, especially at formations and shit. And so this is a flat antenna. As you see, it mounts. Has this little adapter. Pull this out. So you get this piece and a mount into where that actual whip antenna will go. So this piece will go down in here. It's like it's basically a quick detach. So you screw it in. You take your little cord. It's got little slots in here, and this thing has a little pin. And so you're basically pushing down, right, where it'll slide through, turn it, and now it's locked into place. And when you want to take it off, you just turn it back to the slot, and then you pull off, right? So back down, turn, and then it's locked in there. And for the antenna, as you can see, I have weaved through my actual cummerbund, going to the back of my plate carrier, going up top. You see right to here. So my antenna is actually back here. So when I'm wearing a backpack, and which is important because certain mediums will affect your communication, right? If your communication has to go through certain things, like if this is filled with water, it would be hard to communicate because my communication system, my communication way is where the fuck it is. I have to go through that medium of water, then through the medium of the backpack, and then out into the atmosphere to get communicated. It makes it harder. So by putting it up here, the water in the pack doesn't affect the communication, and having a backpack doesn't affect it because the antenna is sticking up above the backpack and everything, so it has a clear line of communication. All right, so that's important when you guys are, you know, working on comms with your stuff. Make sure your antennas are clear and not completely covered up by, you know, like certain mediums like water, like a water pack or a backpack, because it's gonna be harder for you to communicate, you know, just doing stuff, right? So that is my antenna system, how I communicate with the Caa Tail Antenna. It's a flat antenna. Communication is actually pretty decent. Not gonna replace it anytime soon. So who y'all? This is the antenna system you guys look for. You're definitely gonna want to get. Now in the back, you know, hydration is a thing, especially when you're carrying all this shit and it's hot like Florida. So you definitely want to be hydrated. And so this is the Feral Concepts hydration pack, and it mounts to the plate carrier via zippers. So it's got the zipper down here. And I also have like the other back panels that I don't really use, so I don't have it on here. If I want to stack it on here, it's got zippers on the back of the hydration pack if I want to add another panel, so I can have hydration pack, then like a banger panel. But I'm not doing all that banger stuff, so it's like I have a banger pouch. You know, I have them because I thought it was cool to get, and I spent all that money on it. But now, like you said, it's not even on here, and I'm not using it because it just adds bulk, and it's just shit back there that I'm not using. Right. So that's my hydration. So I went over how I'm gonna carry ammo, my general purpose of how I carry other items like maps, compasses, multi-tools, snacks, stuff like that. I went over my communication, how I communicate, and now also important, medical. Because if you plan on shooting people, plan on getting shot yourself. So Locs, what is your medical on here? Alright, up front, I got this Gadsden Dynamics, I believe, tourniquet pouch. And so the cummerbund will go over the tourniquet pouch, keep it tight to my body so it's not flopping around and prone to getting lost. And so if I need a tourniquet, it's right here up front center, so I can reach with this hand, I can reach over with this hand, and so it's accessible. I also have a tourniquet on my battle belt, so I basically have two tourniquets, one up front and one on my battle belt. So, because remember, 2 is 1, 1 is none, 2 is 1. So if you're gonna have one tourniquet, have a second. Alright, so my tourniquet is up here, and on the back is where I keep my main IPAC. And so this is the Feral Concepts Roll 1 medical pouch. Roll 1 is the acronym for levels of medical care. So Roll 1 is like your first, you know, he got shot, this is immediate, like right now. You know, Roll 2 later on, Roll 3 later on. Right, so it's this little sleeve that mounts to the back of your plate carrier or to the front, wherever you have Velcro, right? It mounts to your plate carrier, and it's a little roll, and it has these 2 tabs on the side. And you can pull from either side, and it gives you this pouch, this thing right here. And so all you gotta do, you get this tab, rip it open, and then you have all your medical items inside. Alright, so I got my bandages, I got my gloves. I'd rather have different color gloves than black, but better than nothing. I got 2 combat gauzes, MPA, 2 chest seals, all up in here. And then you see how I'm doing. When I'm done, I'll just fold it back like that. Nice little medical burrito. And just insert it into the sleeve. Just like that. Make sure both tabs are hanging out the side, just in case you need to grab it anytime. Like this, center in the middle. And then bam. Just like that. So you can see the inside, they got this nice little, no real padding. There's some points where it's softer, but for the most part, it's really no real padding, but there is a little bit of stretch, right? Because you never know what type of plates you're gonna have. You have thinner plates, thicker plates, so it has a little bit of stretch, whatever plates you have. All right. So lastly, Locs, what plates do you have? I use. Okay, well that doesn't really help out. It's so worn out. But these are Bowtech Battle Steel Level 4 plates. So these will stop, 5.56 screen tips. These will stop 308 armor piercing. I think all the way up to 7.62 by 54R armor piercing. All right. So basically, this is the highest level of protection right now that for civilians that we can get, level 4. So it'll basically protect you from all the most common rounds, even the most common armor piercing rounds, whether it be 5.56, 7.62 by 39, 300 blackout, 7.62 by 51, 7.62 by 54R. Right? So anything over 7.62 by 54R, you're kind of on your own. Right? So you get hit in the chest with a 300 Win Mag. That's between you and God, bro. Here, this is my plate carrier setup for now. Like always, if you've seen these plate carrier videos I've done over the years, every year it changes. Every year is something different. Next year it might not even be Feral Concepts. Who knows? Somebody else come up with something in the market that's just better, right? Because this plate carrier isn't perfect. No, it does a lot of good things. Like I'd say 90% of the things I need to do, it does. The only real downside of this plate carrier is kind of something that I've seen common, which is within the gun community, is that it's built for like those military law enforcement, basically those big muscle-bound guys that you'll see right in the military and law enforcement that work out all the time and just big and buff, and so they fill out, right? You get someone like me who's skinny, this kind of sags and wiggles because doesn't allow you to fit it to a skinny ass person like me as well, right? Because it's designed for somebody, like military, Navy SEALs and shit, right? Big motherfuckers. So that's why, I had a better fit with the Slickster. It's just this carrier allows me to carry more. Now, when they have like the Molly back Slickster, which I actually might get because I can mount my hydration carrier to that, and they also have I get the little zipper adapter, so I can put zippers on the back, mount my hydration, and basically everything else I can put on there. Because the cummerbund I can just take off here and mount it to the Slickster, so my radios and my pouches will be the same. I'll probably have to reroute some shit, but once it's rerouted, it's done. But I can still take my mini dangler, this panel, my hydration, everything else on here, and put it on that Slickster and have a better fit. But for now, like this FCPC V5 works so well that do I really want to spend another $200 on that plate carrier? Not really. This thing does everything fine enough to the point that that little sag that it has isn't even that big of a deal, right? So I would say sag, it just kind of sways sometimes when I run. But besides that, this is my plate carrier. I love it. Love, hate it, right? If you're military, law enforcement, anyone who's actually worn plate carriers longer than just like a range trip, I'm talking about 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16 plus hours, right? You hate plate carriers. That shit is not fun, right? Nobody puts on a plate carrier and says, oh boy, this is fun, right? Especially not long as I had mine was 16 straight hours. 16 straight hours of AR 500 steel plates fucking sucks. Right, and so with these Bowtech poly plates, because normal AR 500 plates, well, the ones I had was, it was like 8-10 pounds of plate, and I had 2 of them, so that bitch was heavy. Right, versus these Bowtech plates where I think it's 5-6 pounds of plate. So versus carrying 20 pounds, I'm carrying 12. Right, that definitely helps out. So definitely stop buying steel AR-500 plates and get you some poly plates, right? If your plates weigh more than 6 pounds, bro, it's 2022. Come on, y'all. So, guys, I want you to hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. All right, get this video out to the algorithm so other people can see it, especially within our community, and then they can be educated. So, hopefully this video gives you some insight if you're looking on how to set up a plate carrier, or where certain things should go, or just getting some insight on setting up a plate carrier. Hopefully this helps. The main thing you really want to do is trying to balance, between the weight and capability. Running around 12 mags looks cool until you actually got to do it. That shit sucks, right? Having 1, 2, 3 mags on your plate carrier looks cool until you run out of ammunition. You got to find a balance, all right? Find your area operations, your AOR. What's most likely to happen to you? What type of threats are you most likely to encounter, right? So you gotta look at that and then build your kit accordingly to it. You don't need to do everything Navy SEALs do, because their mission scope is a lot greater and wider than the average civilian. For us, it's really, shooting, navigation, medical, general purpose stuff, right? So we're not doing anything out of helicopters or aircraft, none of that shit, right? So hopefully this helps. Like, comment, subscribe. On top of that, make sure you stay dangerous, and LocsNLoad out.